Welcome back to Beaumont's Home Kitchen. So today I will be showing you how to make very comforting cinnamon buns. That'll be a lot of fun. So definitely want to stick around for that, and don't forget to hit the like button and definitely subscribe. A ton of other videos to check out, but first let's do the cinnamon buns. Yeah, a little story for you. So when I was growing up, my grandma, she would always make these really cool, awesome cinnamon buns. And I really miss those cinnamon buns. So every time I make cinnamon buns, it totally reminds me of her. So yeah, so that is Grandma Beaumont, and she taught me how to do some nice cinnamon buns. So I'm gonna show you how that's made. I don't know if I could ever get I'm trying to get the recipe like down like the way she made it, and oh man, it's one day when I get that recipe, and if I can ever get it down to exactly the way she made it, then it's definitely a success. But every time I make it, it's not quite the same. But I can try, and this is for her. So you want warm milk. It has to be at 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is my little thermometer. So get yourself one of these. They're pretty awesome, especially when you're baking. So I actually recently picked one up, so they're definitely a good investment. A recommendation. Warm milk into bowl with a pack of yeast. Toss the yeast in here. Alright, sprinkle on top of the milk. Need quarter cup of sugar. And we have egg. So we have one egg and then one egg yolk. Put that in there. And we have some. I just tossed the melted butter in there. I'm just gonna whisk it up a bit. Yeah, just so it's all combinedly mixed. You can use a stand mixer for that. I thought I'd just use a whisk. That's totally fine. The flour. Put some flour in. Again, I'm using this the mixing bowl because we're gonna toss this into the bowl after. So, with the stand mixer with the hook. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until the dough forms. Yeah, so the dough is formed. Now we're tossing it into our mixer with this lovely hook. Put our mixer with our hook. Put the hook heat on. And now we're gonna mix. Yeah, we're gonna let this go for medium speed that's a good speed. We're gonna keep that going for 8 minutes. And then there's your dough, and then I'm gonna show you the next step after that. On second thought, I'm just gonna knead it for another 6 minutes or so, and it should be good. Because I don't know, I think it needs to be kneaded by hand. So yeah, I'm just gonna knead this guy for another 4 or 5 minutes. And when you're kneading dough, you want to make sure your hands are clean. Always important. Nothing too exciting, just gonna fold, knead. Kind of what kneading does is it breaks down the gluten. It kind of does something to the gluten into the dough. So I don't know the exact term, but it's definitely helps the gluten out when you do this. Good for cinnamon buns. All right, another few minutes of this. We're just gonna toss the dough in like an oiled bowl and find a towel, warm towel to put on top. Nice warm towel. We'll just kind of toss them on top of the dough, and then it'll rise. We're just gonna wait till the dough doubles in size. Take about an hour and a half. And then after that, we come back and Now once again, start rolling. And my grandma taught me that, so I definitely know how to do that. So don't need to follow a recipe for that. A little bit for the dough because of kind of the dough is a lot of technical things with the yeast and stuff, so it's definitely good to follow a recipe. So, and I'll leave the recipe down in the description and also on the video as well, just the ingredients that you need, right? Step by step. So our dough has doubled the size, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with that. Flour the surface lightly, and we're just gonna get our dough rolled out. I always like to flour the rolling pin. All right, just gonna roll it out. Oh yeah, I always like making cinnamon buns. It's so much fun. I like it. As I said, very, very fond memories of childhood, so it's really good. So awesome. Yeah, as I said before, Grandma Beaumont made the best cinnamon buns. If I could get mine like hers, I'd be like, wow, that'd be like perfect. That's a goal. I'll get there. Yeah, let's roll out the dough. Good. Try to do even thickness, you know, be good. Right? I think that's looking pretty good. All right, now, I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Just putting butter on it now. It's a whole slap of butter. And I soften up the butter, end up melting all of it. Hopefully, this will be enough. I'm always full of tricks, so. Part of cooking, you gotta be flexible and gotta know, you know. And as I said before, so as far as recipes go, a few tips there. So your recipe is only a guide of your cooking, right? So that's your recipe is like pretty much your guide, right? And it but also for baking and also for cinnamon buns, you have to be really accurate with the recipes. I would say for all baking, very, very important. But when you're doing savory dishes, there's a lot more flexibility. Just so I know, for savory dishes, I rarely use a recipe at all. I just sort of, well, that takes practice though. You can't, as a cook, you can't really do that right away. It does take a certain amount of skill and time to be able to not follow, for savory dishes, I sometimes look at a recipe and then I can kind of make it my own, sort of like look at a recipe and go, oh, I can do this or do that. So definitely something important to remember. So, but when you're starting out, definitely follow the recipe, and eventually you'll learn that what works, what doesn't work, and then you can. But you also have to be pretty flexible when you're cooking. So something to remember. All right, so got some cinnamon there. Just kind of dose her on top. They're called cinnamon buns for a reason. Cinnamon. All right, now the nice brown sugar. Toss some of that on there. Oh yeah, cinnamon buns aren't quite cinnamon buns without nice brown sugar. And I'm also gonna add some raisins in there. I can tell this is a good recipe, so I'll remember this one. Yeah, and it's really cool because it helps me when I do recipes, because when I was doing some of the holiday baking, before Christmas, and of course during Christmas, I actually use a couple of my recipes because it's really easy to follow a recipe and totally forget what you put in there or what you did, right? And having it documented there and having it written down and having it having a video there, that totally helps me too, because I can look and go, oh yeah, I can, yeah, that's that recipe, yeah, okay, yeah. Helps me too, so awesome. There's some California raisins. Raisins, so nice. I love raisins. Just dried up grapes. Raisins. Yeah, sprinkle them all around. Roll these bad boys up. Now, let them rise one more time. So this is only for about 30 minutes. This next rise. So yeah, just gonna form it out a little. All right, now there's my pan, and this time I'm actually going to use parchment paper, so that definitely helps with, so they don't like stick on you, and because of the brown sugar, they sometimes stick, right? So thing to remember. Yeah, just cut them there. Place them on the tray. So. Yeah, try to get them somewhat even. Toss your warm towel on there. All right, let them rise again. So there's our cinnamon bun. So I'll show you another trick there. So we had our egg whites from the egg we didn't use. So I'll show you what we're gonna do with that. So the egg wash. Now, just going to take a little bit of the egg white with a pastry brush and brush the top, and then they become a little more golden brown. Little trick. Yeah. I think I wanted more of a goldeny cinnamon bun. And you can also make the cream cheese icing with them. I actually don't have any butter, or not enough butter left, so I'm not going to make that. They're totally fine on their own. So there we are. So I guess everyone noticed I figured out the music. Oh yeah. It's not my own original music. It's just some free music, which is not copyrighted or anything. And in my description I have is from Ben Sound. So there you go. But it's some pretty good music. And I've actually watched a fair amount of YouTube videos, and I haven't really. I think I've heard like one or two of the songs, so that's not bad. It's not overly populated, so that's good. I think the last one was with the check out the chicken stir fry. Cinnamon buns in the oven. 350 for 30. Yeah, I would say 25 to 25 minutes. Cinnamon buns are cooked. There they are. Yummy. It looks so delicious. Can't wait to dig in. I'm just going to let them cool off for a bit. And, whoa, dig into some lovely cinnamon buns. And I said you can also do some icing with them, like a cream cheese icing. Yummy. And there's your cinnamon buns. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was a lot of fun. Cinnamon buns. That was from my grandma Beaumont. So that was a pretty cool recipe, and I'm going to remember that one because that was pretty awesome. I don't know if they're quite like hers, but you know, I'll keep trying to make them like hers. That's pretty cool. So that was the video about cinnamon buns and my childhood memories of my grandma. So pretty awesome. Yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. A ton of other videos to check on my channel, so please do that. And we'll see you in the next one.